not been approved yet. As I understand, the Minnesota one has been approved to get to Holman.
That won't be online though for 3, 4, 5 years.
It's pretty aggressive. By 2 to 3 years, they expect it to be online.
Now, they're able to capture all the wind energy from the windmills to put it in the line.
That's one of the reasons, right, to get that to wind, to capture more, because right now, maybe you've read some of the wind, they actually are not running them because they can't get the power into the grid that cannot support it. So there's that issue right now. So we're kind of in a, as far as being an owner of a utility, these are challenging times for you as a council, for everybody in this industry, because the costs are increasing, environmental controls, and trying to integrate renewables. There's a lot of things going on. It's not an easy time to be making decisions as a council and then to tell your population that you want to increase rates by 7.2%. And the other thing is too, just so you know, that's I talk about improvements. We have this year you're doing some reject pole replacements. The Money Creek is a work plan project, and then all this levee project. The levee project is all to be financed through the FEMA or the federal fund or the state funds. So you can help me on that. But that's understand that's not coming from Rushford. That's not part of these improvements. The 200,000 is 50,000 for transfers to other departments. The 150,000 is to do the reject poles, the Money Creek project. Finish that up this year. Next year to do, or whenever we decide to rebuild the feeders that go north out of the substation, and then I also, at that point you're done with your work plan. So we can then have to sit down and decide with the electric commission whether the projects need to be done. So but we've developed at least that much.
You work right for Darren?
No, I work for Star Energy, which is a firm that's owned by cooperatives, so I work more for the distribution companies.
Because I've got a site at home where I can see how much Darren is paying for their kilowatt.
Oh, really?
Sometimes it's down to 17, sometimes up to 40.
Yeah, $17 to $40 per megawatt hour. Yeah, it varies a lot. And then it can change, that's like 2 cents to 4 cents. Yeah.
It can change like every 5 minutes.
Yeah, and to realize that's what the energy that they're paying, this demand, there's also demand costs, like when I said you can reduce your demands, you still have the transmission demand costs and the seasonal demand, which that doesn't show up in that energy cost. So it's a lot of extra costs too. So it gets pretty complicated, but the main thing that I appreciate that the city of Rushford hires Star Energy to work with you, and my main goal is I want to make sure you have safe, reliable electricity for your members, that you have a first-class utility, and that you can compare to anybody for outages, for safety, for price. And I think you're almost there. A few projects, and we're moving in the right direction. I think your electric commission does a good job trying to make sure that you are making the right decisions for the utility.
So another question: this rate increase, when would that have to be implemented?
Yeah, the sooner the better, because the Darrell and Power, or the Tri-County rate, June is when, the month of June right now is the higher month that you're paying for the electricity. June, July, and August. So if you can get it in for any of the summer months would be good. So I would recommend as soon as possible. If you wait till September, you're not going to recover those higher costs during the summer.
So Kathy, you'd institute that starting in January, or July rather.
But July bill, the bill that goes out in July would, if we put the rates into effect retroactive to June 1st, because we're having a hearing now in June, but we can say the rates are in effect for the month of June. Then when we do the bills in July, it would be at the new rate. Then we'd be right on track with our rate schedule with Tri-County.
I would support that. That would really be fiscally responsible if you could do that, because that way you're collecting the money for the money that's costing you to buy the power.
Any other questions? Well, it's nice to see you, but I hope we don't see you in the next couple of years.
That's what I tell all the boards and councils. Usually when I come, I'm either telling you to spend money to build new stuff or to raise your rates to pay for the new stuff. So I'm surprised I do keep getting invited back. But I guess if there's any other, talking here, if there are some adjustments, if you can, let me know what you want, then I can get those made and update this sheet for your public hearing. hopefully by before, because I'll be leaving next Wednesday, so my Monday would be nice if you could get that, so I could get you whatever you want for your hearing.
Well, we gave Tom all the existing customer information, all the background, all the history, he had everything out of our records, and he implemented it all into this, so.
And this is what the commission recommends.